What you think about me and you, love? Spending some special time. I can even write a rhyme about you. See, I know what it means now to be caught up. Chasing your thoughts just like the scents of your perfume. It fills the room even when you're not there. Is it hot in here or is it just me? Maybe it's the vision of your mocha skin pulling me in and making me do things I don't wanna.
Inside the Line presents
Midwest Mocha Single.
Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Okay. Good evening. I see.
Good evening.
Hi
Good evening.
there.
Can you hear me? Hi.
I'm going to first introduce you to our podcast group. I'm Pamela Baxter. I'm mom, and I'm going to be leading in with this, and I'm going to say hi to Elijah, and he's going to say hello.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, well, you were muted for a moment.
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to tell us a little bit about you again?
Oh, yeah. I'm Elijah from California, Bay Area, San Lorenzo, kind of Oakland area. Yeah, I'm just here to share thoughts. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to introduce you to Valerie.
Hello, everyone. This is your Midwest Mocha Sunshine, and I just want to say I'm excited about tonight, and I can't wait to get this started.
All right. Okay. I have to watch her. See, Miss Andrews, I have to look out because she oh yeah. Go, John Kevin Vogt. Hi, John.
This is John Kevin Vogt. I'm in the sunshine state of Florida having a glorious evening. How's everybody doing?
All right, guys. Glad we're all here.
We're doing
Everybody's
good.
safe. Everybody's safe, and we're good. Our first topic, does a person's economic status matter when you are looking into a relationship, when you're meeting and dating somebody?
No,
Elijah?
it doesn't. It shouldn't matter. Oh,
Okay,
I'm sorry.
tell us who you are. Was
This
that
is
John?
John Kevin.
Okay.
This is John Kevin. No, it shouldn't matter if you're into that person and, you're going to build things. Regardless of their status, you can always build each other up. So status shouldn't matter.
Valerie?
Well, where I come from, sometimes status do mean a lot to a lot of people, depending on how you raise. Everybody has their own story to tell, how they were raised as a child on their own. So to them it might matter that a person does have money. Maybe they never had any money, or vice versa. Some people don't even know what to do with money. But in my case, I just believe that it might always be somebody that makes the most money, and you just learn how to divvy it up. Either somebody going to be on top sometimes, and some people, cut the corners where they need to. It's all about a team. I believe in team building.
There you go,
and at the
team.
end of the day, right, and then at the end of the day, if you guys decide to do it the right way, guess what happens? You always on the same level.
Correct.
That's right. That's correct.
Elijah? Did we lose Elijah? Hello?
Maybe.
Okay.
Might have lost him. And I agree with her. You do team building, and
Right.
everything can come out even. Because you can't be in a relationship looking down on the other person.
Correct.
I mean, that's a disqualifier right there. So,
and love. This.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good. No, but at the end of the day, love should be able to conquer all of that. People say love is overrated, but they say that because they don't even know what love really is. It doesn't have a lot of titles. We want to give it 50 titles. Love means this, love means that. No, it's only one love. And if you know how to love, which people grow to learn to love every day. So with that being said, you try to do it together, you work it out together, and in the end, the foundation, it's about building a foundation. You build a strong foundation, usually not too many people can break it down.
I think,
when
I look back, coming forward, when you started dating, I don't ever remember, unless you were not treating me well, that money and where you came from had anything to do with it. You loved that person. You liked that person. You loved that person and you fell in love. The money didn't matter. How much money you made and where you lived just didn't matter. As long as you were good to me. As long as you were kind and caring. Now it seems to be the beginning of a relationship that people start, I had to really go back and think about it, because why did it happen? What made us like that? People who stay married 50, 60, 70, I saw somebody on TV, 75 today. Years. It had nothing to do with it. And they grew and built together great things.
Right.
And something has happened.
Yeah, that's true.
If we think back years ago, 50s, 60s, 70s, some wives, and I'm going to use this as an example, they were homemakers. And, their husband never looked down at them. Or even if you had a stay-at-home dad, the wife never looked down at him. It was all unconditional. So economic status. And they built great families.
Right.
And the three of us being here are probably a product of all of that.
Yes.
So,
No. And you got to see what it really was about. There's so many things that are different now that if I got money doesn't mean I can treat you badly. It doesn't mean I can talk to you poorly. I never saw that growing up.
True.
What'd you say?
But it happens. Nowadays that happens. Sometimes people that sit on the top, they do mistreat people depending on where they come from. That's why I say all in intentions, you have to be balanced in all things that you do. And another thing too, a lot of times people say similar backgrounds make a difference. You grew up in the same similar area. You kind of know what those areas are. You know how your family grew up, and those together understand how to create that foundation or put money together to grow. You do learn differently. Some people put their money together. Some people put in his bank account, their bank account, and then they got a middle bank account. So it just depends on how that family is, but it just depends. You have to make that decision when you guys decide finally that you're really serious and that you're moving on, because the first thing you shouldn't come in the door asking me is my financial situation. That's not right. My business is not everybody's business coming in the door. But once we make a conscious decision to sit at that round table and say, hey, let's make it official, then now we can talk that kind of business.
That's right. Because I agree with you. If you come in the door asking me my financial situation, first thing in my mind, what is your angle? What are your motives?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, in Hollywood, they have kept wives and kept husbands, but in the real world, that's not a thing.
Not only that, just because you drive a nice car don't mean you have no money.
Okay.
That's true.
So you gotta weigh out all them options. You gotta find out the real deal, who people really are, before you just make assumptions about money. Because yes, money does destroy relationships. But why do it destroy relationships? Because people opportunity at a time or their gifts to get together and create bigger opportunities. There's so many opportunities to create residual income and things like that. Instead of when it falls, they don't sit down again at that round table and say, hey, what are we going to do to come back up? That's the problem.
And if we can't deal with financial things together, then when life brings the things that will come, and they do come, how are you going to deal with those things?
You're not.
That's true.
Because they're going to come. You're going to have those. I'm sorry.
Right.
Go on.
Go ahead.
You're going to have those situations that come up in life that you don't know they're coming, that, are big. You need to be on one page when that happens so you can survive it together.
Exactly.
That's
you
true.
lose a child, you got to be two strong people to handle that.
Yes. And, in a situation like that, economic status or not, you lose a child, status don't matter,
No,
But
it does.
if you allow it to, it'll tear you apart,
Of course.
Right.
You lose a parent.
Oh, yeah.
True. True.
And
Well,
matter.
even without a loss of a parent, you may have a situation whereas, okay, I want to go visit my parents for this holiday or whatever the case may be, and the first thing one of you say is, well, we can't afford it, but then the other say, I want to go visit my parents, and a week ago you said, well, we couldn't afford to go visit my parents, but now we got the finance to go visit yours. So yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
But you if you're working together on it, you find a way. You find a way to make it work. You might have to have a holiday this week with my parents and a holiday next week with your parents.
Exactly.
And I think if you communicate, like Valerie said, once you get established, then you communicate, then I think things can go a whole lot easier.
Yeah.
Where both of us can lay down and be happy.
Communication is the key.
Yes.
Everything.
I mean, personal experience, somebody in my own family, he lost his job and didn't tell his spouse for a whole year.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And somehow the bills are still getting paid, but he reached out to an outside source. And it wasn't a good source because you're married. You can't reach to another person, and this person happened to be a female, to pay your bills for you and your wife. And when I found out about
you
it,
in trouble.
I went and saw him.
Yeah, that would be in trouble.
I went and saw him. I said, man, what are you doing? And for the record, he's my own brother.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, he must get it real good. He can do that.
Oh, it didn't last.
How long did the marriage last after that? That's my question.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, just like you do laundry, everything come out in a rinse. And that's the message I gave.
Every time.
It's
going to come out no matter what.
Right.
It is going to show up.
And the first thing I told him, you should just. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
The first thing I told him, I said, you should have told your wife the day you got terminated. Because if you're going to be a team and building something, she probably could have built you back up or put you on the right path because that's your better half. And if our economic status is at this level, let me build you back up so we can continue at that level or higher, or close to it, But, the family suffered, and, that's the only time economic status comes into play is when you don't communicate to the other person.
Because
That's
you know
true.
why? Money can't buy back the truth.
No.
Right.
Money
Or
can't
the
bring
pain.
back. Right. It can't bring the pain. It can't buy the
Oh.
pain. It can't bring back life. It can't do any of those. And so that's the hardest part, because your better half is who you're looking for. That at least you could trust them. If you can't trust nobody else, you lay down with them every day. You expect to be able to trust them. And then when things like that do come up, where financially or he lost a job, seems like regardless he could have mentioned it to her. I can't, he picked how he chose to do it. But what happens is when it comes back, it burns.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And trust is oh my gosh, it's the easiest thing to lose and the hardest thing to get back, and very few people can do it.
In his situation, he ended up losing everything because he wasn't honest.
Mm-hmm. Right. That's right. Callers, if you're on the line and you want to push number 1 to come in and join in the conversation, feel free. But when you lose that trust, it's like all the money in the world won't fix it.
No.
It won't fix it.
Yeah, it can't fix it.
No.
It can't fix it, because when you stand before God and say, I do to everything, you can't pull one word out the equation and think it's going to be okay.
Right.
No.
Nope.
What's the old saying? When the bow breaks?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It will fall.
And it also say 2 is better than 1 in all things.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
But it seems like the more money people seem to have now, the more problems financially things seem to get. It seems as if you're not able to communicate and make it with the money, guess what? You're never going to make it. It just can't happen.
Let me tell you something even better than that. COVID-19, this pandemic, taught people a valuable lesson. People are saving more money than they ever could save before. So it never had nothing to do with the money in the beginning.
And that's where we have to be careful at, because once everything opens back up, and you might want to go shopping, or while you've been quarantined, you're looking at stuff online like, I want to get this, I want to get that, but you're not telling the other person, and that could create a issue right there as far as your economic status as well.
We have callers on the line. We need to have them touch 1 so we can hear from them.
Any caller, if you're
Mr.
listening.
Trueborn, are you there? No. I don't know. Because I haven't seen any numbers come up. I haven't seen any numbers come up.
No.
Well,
in that case, if y'all want to
things,
move on to the next question, unless.
Well,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
We have a couple of minutes to do before we do our our representatives. Let's go to commercial. Let's go to commercial.
I think we're still live.
Yeah, we are. I'm waiting.
Okay.
All right. Have you ever been in a relationship where the money was odd? Okay, turn off our mics. Let's turn off our mics and come back.
Hello? Okay. Okay, cool. Are we back?
I guess we are. We haven't gone off.
Okay. Now, repeat your question,
all right, guys,
please.
let's go back to live. Let's start our second session. I'm looking at too many things at the same time. What we want to talk about next is how do people get over when they've been hurt? When you
have
to
deal with your pain realistically and then rebuild yourself. Because once you get hurt, you may or may not go through a kind of a low self-esteem thing, or not low self-esteem, but a self-esteem issue, and you just have to rebuild yourself. And if you think too much about the pain that was brought to you and you blame yourself, it's a longer road.
Okay.
But
so
if
how do you
say,
deal with those disappointments?
Well, in my case, I threw myself into my business, so it took my mind off of it from thinking about it so much, and then I had to realize, I wasn't the total problem. I'll never say that both parties didn't have issues, but if you throw everything on yourself, it's a long road. I dealt with it. I just threw myself into my business, and it worked out.
Valerie?
Well,
Are
for
you
me,
there?
I believe I'm here.
Okay.
I believe for me, how to deal with it, it varies. Some people, it's like another chapter. It's another journey. It's either a learned journey down the line. Some people do learn from it. Some people don't. Some people will get over it, and some people won't. It's all about you. I think if you take some time out when you go through some stuff and stop looking for someone to fill that gap, anybody outside of yourself, you're going to fail every time. You need to take some time out for you. Take some time out to communicate with yourself. Take some time out to look at your own self in the mirror, like literally get in this mirror and look at you. All the things that you see, that the hurt, the pain, the disgust, the things that you want to change in your life, the things that you want better for yourself, you just get to start talking to yourself in the mirror. Just like Michael Jackson, the man in the mirror, that's who you got to be talking to, that man in that mirror, that woman in that mirror. Talking to them, telling them what you like, what you want to change, what you want to do different, what I need to get up and do, and then start writing your journal. Get your journal. Start writing those journals. Before you know it, become one day. Now it's 30 days. Now it's 2 years. But you see the growth in those years. And then also in that time, you start learning to love yourself. When you learn to love yourself, you made a conscious decision to decide who you want to invite into your life at that point. You get to decide who gets to be a part of that love, who you decide to enjoy that time with. You get to make all of those decisions for yourself, and then you can make better decisions. Also, like he said, with your business, you can focus on your business. You can focus on your family. You can focus on the things, school, or whatever things that you really start wanting. That's what the journal for. And then you look back on that journal, because I've done it. I look back on the journal, and I read the things, and I started to cry. Like, man, look what I've accomplished during this time. It goes by fast. Yeah, it's a piece of joy. Right, it's a joy, a joyful time for you. You get to celebrate you. Yeah, you get to celebrate yourself. And then you look at it and you say, Dad, where did the time go? But you look at all those small accomplishments that turned into bigger things, and now you look at yourself. Because guess what? As they say, the famine will come, another situation going to come, another breakdown will come. But it's not about going through the breakdown. It's about how you're going to get up from the breakdown. You can always go in a dark corner. That's fine. It's okay to go in dark corners. It's okay to sit down for a bit. But you have to make a decision. I can't stay down for long, and I have to come back up. And it starts with me. Inside me. I have to look in my heart and see the pain and look back where it came from. Because it usually comes from somewhere. Whether it's a man, a mother, father, child, a sister, a sibling, all kind of things. It comes from somewhere. It's broken in somewhere, and now we got to find a way to mend it and put it back together. And sometimes putting things back together only means apologizing to somebody, fessing up to some things, conversating with some people, letting go of all that, that hurt. Sometimes you just got to let it go. So you know what? It ain't made me feel better. I've been sick in it. It's overwhelming my life. I'm tired. Sometimes you have to get sick and tired of being sick and tired. That's what I think.
I think one of the things that you learn is how to forgive yourself, how to love yourself.
Most definitely.
The most important thing is learning to love you. And when you can do that, you can do anything. Nothing can stop you when you learn to love yourself.
That's true.
No matter what comes, go on.
I came to a revelation that, this is John. I came to a revelation that people want to do what they choose regardless of what you or I say. So don't have expectations from people. Treat a person how they treat you or better. Correct. And don't say, well, I thought you would have the common sense to do this. No. What they show you is what you're going to get.
You have people tell you, John, well, you should have more sense than to let me do that. and it goes back to what I just said. You did it because you wanted to. Mm-hmm.
Don't look for my approval. Look for my approval through my actions towards you. Verbal approval is great, but if I treat you as a lady, as a human being, then take that. Because I can tell you one thing today, and then tomorrow show you something different, and you're right back to square one. And you have to be consistent. And like Valerie said, you love yourself. If you can love yourself, then you can love others.
That is true.
That's how I overcome disappointment.
But you gotta love you.
Gotta love you.
You gotta love you.
But you know what? People need to start walking in their gifts. People have so many gifts that they can walk in and create their own inner being. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that's the energy that you need that just takes you off. And then when you do make a disappointment come in, it's okay. People got to realize disappointment doesn't mean it's the end of the world. It happens. It happens every day. Every day. It's going to happen. And it's not that you sit around, I know it's going to happen with every person you meet, he's going to be this way. No, you don't have those expectations of what somebody's going to be. They automatically come in the door telling you who they are. When I meet a person, they say, I don't open doors for you. You know what I say? I don't want to talk to you.
Okay.
We can be friends, but we can't have no relationship. I'm just giving an example. Right. They come in the door telling you who they are. Sometimes we run them off. Sometimes we run them off. And guess what? It's okay if they run off. Oh, I really liked him. So what? He wasn't for you. He ran off.
True.
You scared him off. You either get a second time or you don't. It's okay because guess what? The one that's for you will show up at your door, and I'm not talking about literally, will show up at your door or pass you or your spirit will talk to you. And they'll tell you, hey, there you go right there. See, disappointments are
because
actually
if a person starts off,
favors.
Valerie, telling you, I'm not going to open the door for you, you know you got something else coming, don't you?
That's right.
What else
That's
are they
right.
coming
so
to tell you they're not going to do?
They're not going to do a lot of things. They're not going to do. And that's the thing. If my heart says that's what I'm looking for, I say, okay, in my mind, this is the kind of man. And that's the main thing. We be saying, oh, I want this, I want that. Don't want it. It be right in your face, and you do not want it. Why is he doing that? Now, guess what happened? All the insecurities started coming out. Why he's doing that? But you just said that's what you told your girl or your guy. That's what I want. First of all, you need to figure out what you want, and really not even what you want. How about what you need? That's so important. What do you need?
I tell my sons, because both of my sons open doors for whoever's in their lives, because that's how I taught them. But the message I gave them, if you love yourself, you will treat that woman as you treat yourself.
That's right.
You know, open her door. I mean, carry all her bags except her pocketbook. Don't ever touch her pocketbook. That's a big thing with me. But, you know, I come from old school chivalry.
Right.
And we were raised that way.
Now that I look back at it, chivalry actually taught me to love myself before I got out into the world.
Right.
Okay. Okay. You know, it's interesting. Is the other conversation. Sometimes, you know, the financial part of it, they will expect things of people who that is not who they are, and that's going to be a problem.
Yes.
It's going to be a problem if you're not used to those things. But that's a totally different thing than from, you know, what we're talking about in the fact that you get hurt and you run away. People run inside themselves and they stay.
Yeah.
They run inside themselves and they stay.
And they get lost.
You know,
you're right.
Another way of dealing with disappointment, which helped me, you know, I trust God, prayed about things, and I keep trusting God, and that way I'm never disappointed.
That's true. But he's got to be number one.
He's got to be.
And that's
everything else.
And that's the thing. You're right. He has to. If that's where you trust, put your trust in. Even in the bad times, you got to trust them. Well, a lot of people, they fail even in that. They go to church every Sunday, and then something happens, and then they just broke down and they forgot about that big faith that they've been talking about every day. You know,
yes.
Big faith, big faith,
yes.
big faith. And then something happens, that faith goes away. And I don't have no problem reminding them. I thought you told me your God was bigger than that.
Exactly.
Because sometimes they need to hear that. Sometimes people need to hear that. I thought what you was represent was bigger than that. So if you believe in what you believe, then guess what? Stand on it. No matter what it is, stand on it.
That's
Even
it.
if it's yourself, stand on it.
You know, when we talked about couples and different religions, that's where that's another problem that comes in that area, because you know you might come from a giving place. That's the way you were raised in God, and then you have someone who comes from a totally different place, and they can't understand that.
That's why they say be
Yeah,
equally
they're
yoked.
carrying everything with the equally yoked. They're carrying all their past with them, and they're bringing it to you.
But see, that's what the equally yoked thing is.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
And
like
you got to be able. Yeah.
You know, that would be a great topic for one of our podcasts. How does religion play a factor in your relationships, and what if one of the people in your relationship is an atheist or a non-religious person? You know, that'd be a great
Correct.
topic.
Let's take a stop for a minute, and we're going to say hi to Cyprus. Ready?
Yes.
Want to get away to Indiana? Need a special place to celebrate that anniversary? Cyprus in Indiana has your back. For more than 4 decades, Cyprus Pool Suites have proven to be the.
Hello? I think we got cut off somehow.
Enjoy a special occasion. Due to the current lockdown situation, the staff is taking extra precautions to make their location. They are friendly and stylish. Take a virtual tour at www.silvers.com. All right, welcome back, guys.
Yes, still here.
I love Cyprus. I love Cyprus. I do.
I've never, until I started doing this podcast, I'd never heard of it.
Oh, you would
beautiful.
love it. It is like, it's like stepping out of your life in the real world and all the things that are going on, and stepping into this little Eden, Garden of Eden.
Okay.
And you can create your own atmosphere.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. You have choices of wonderful places, you know, different rooms, themes, and I love it. There are just so much, you know, so many different things, and everybody is wonderful at Silvers, trust me.
Sounds interesting.
Very cozy, comfortable.
Okay.
It is.
So now,
I'm telling you, it's like you stepped away from everything. You forget everything.
You do.
All the
so you come back
the
out
work and the kids and the family.
Yes.
Everything is just there. You know what? We want to say we want to say hi to our East Coast smokers. If you get a chance, people, to family, to take a look at what's coming, we're going to do East Coast smokers, West Coast smokers in Cali, tropical Florida, and dessert mocha Arizona, Las Vegas, DMV mocha singles in Washington. Southwest smokers will be in Texas. So we got a lot of new things that are going to be coming on. We'll be talking about.
Yes,
this
we're
Valerie.
growing for sure. Yes, we're growing for sure. I'm excited. I can't wait.
Okay,
it's time to move
things.
around. Yeah, it's time to move around.
Yeah.
Take this to different places.
Okay. One of the questions, guys, that someone asked was, how do you stop loving someone?
By their actions is one of the first things come to my mind.
What do you mean stop loving?
Well, if that's the basic question, how do you stop loving someone?
Exactly.
Did they do something? What did I mean? Depends. What did they do?
I think the person
what did they
was
say?
basically saying, somebody hurts you, but you still love them.
Okay. Well, that's where forgiveness comes in at.
Most definitely.
And you have to first you have to love yourself in order to forgive that person, and then you have to watch that person's actions to make sure that that act doesn't repeat itself. And I'm not telling you to stalk the person or spy on the person, right, or just look for it. Just let it manifest itself.
Correct.
To stop loving someone from the hurt they put on you, it has to be something that's really dear to you. You
right.
know.
And everybody is different. We have to,
right.
in everything we do, we have to remember that each person is different. And
yes.
how they perceive something, how they come out of it, how they understand it. Because the hardest thing to understand, I believe, is that it's nothing you did when someone does something in a relationship and they've done something to break it. It doesn't mean you did anything.
Well, sometimes when a person
go on.
Sometimes when a person brings pain toward you, it's from something they experienced in their lives before they met you.
Correct.
Parents got divorced. High school girlfriend hurt you so bad that you don't trust, or whatever the case may be. But I think people bring pain to other people from something from their past, whether it's small or big, and that person may not totally love themselves enough to not want to bring you pain. Self-love is the key to all of this.
Plus, you don't have to never stop. You don't have to stop loving people. Love should be the number one agenda. Whether you with them or not, you don't have to stop loving them. You love people in general. Some people don't want to be loved, and that's okay too. Nobody determines how much I can love or like or dislike, because there's a thin line between love and hate a lot of times anyway. And usually a lot of times you're hating people because you love them so much, because you done build a rapport, you done build some type of feeling, some type of connection or bond. So they kind of walk on the same path to some degree. Have you ever walked past somebody and you don't care about them? You don't love them, you don't hate them, and you don't love them. But you sometimes when you don't like somebody, that's until you done encountered something with them, some type of relationship. Mm-hmm. So you don't have to stop loving people.
No, you do not.
You just have to know when.
No.
You just have to know when to let go. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just got to let go, and
That's
it's okay.
it.
You let go and let, as they say, a lot of people say, let go, let God, or let go and let something new come, and it's okay.
Well, you let go and you find yourself, because you can't pour from an empty cup.
Mm-mm.
Well, you know what, we talked about it.
Either.
Sometimes you love the person, but you don't like that person. You can love somebody to the ultimate degree, and you don't necessarily like them anymore.
Yeah, but that to me is if I don't like you, I'm not gonna love you.
But I loved you first. I fell in love with the person, and they were my everything. And because of what they've done and their actions, I don't like them.
And that
Not that I don't love them. Yeah, a lot.
That can most definitely happen. I mean, it happens every day. You enter somebody, and then you really realize down the line, you know what? I'm really not feeling them. Whatever term you use, I'm not feeling them like I used to, or I'm not into that, or I thought that's what I want. Once again, it's always about what you need and want. People sometimes don't know what they need. They come into the relationship. It's the moment. Is that the moment?
Good point. Good point.
You know,
Because
yeah,
in a past relationship, I told the person, I love you enough that I'll allow you to go find what you need.
that's right. That's right.
Been there, done that.
Yes, yes.
Isn't that what that saying
Yes.
says? If you love something, let it go. If it come back as yours.
Let it go.
If it's yours, it'll come back to you. Yeah,
That's right.
because you can't stop a person who isn't willing to grow. You cannot.
No.
Nothing
you
you
shouldn't
can
want
to.
do
You
is
shouldn't
going
want
to
to.
change if they want to be that person, and all the love in the world won't change it.
No,
Right.
not at
All the
all.
love in the world. No.
And that's when you realize, what I envision is different than your vision.
Yeah.
And that's where the equally yoked things come in at. And you say,
Right.
you know what?
Right.
I love you enough to wish you well, to go find what you desire. And
Because
then
it
you
goes
sit back
back
and
to
tell
what you were taught and what your mother and father
Yes.
taught you, how your mother taught you to do it. And, if you were taught to love and care and take care of someone and their feelings are always as important as yours, you're not going to understand that.
Yeah,
You're not
exactly.
going to understand that
Exactly.
person. And no matter how much you keep going on doing it, until they're ready to accept it, there's nothing you can do.
Nothing.
Exactly.
Nothing.
We can,
Nope,
you can
nothing.
spend your life trying, but there's nothing you can do. All right, guys, we're going to be winding down in a few minutes. So is there anything you want to talk about you have a minute to talk? I think we each have a minute.
I just want everybody to, don't think about a person's economic status. Look at the person for who they are, and see if you can build with the person. And then if you're ever disappointed, talk about your disappointment. See if you can bring it to a higher level where the disappointment can go away sooner than later.
Got you. Valerie? You want something that we've talked about, you want to finish it up for a minute?
Well, I mean, you know me. I just think that it's all about communication, learning to try to bond with each other, and just getting understanding. You know what I'm saying? People need to get understanding. People tell you what they want. People tell you what they're not going to do. And just understand that and live with that.
Believe them.
We so busy trying. Yeah, believe them. Exactly. I tell people that all the time. When somebody tell me something, I believe exactly what they say. There's nothing else I can expect from them, and why would I try to change them? I can't change them to be who I need. So,
That's right.
I just think with everything that's going on, we're so stressed and overwhelmed even in it. As much as we try to go every day without listening to the negative, we still got to get into us. We still got to focus on us. We really do need to focus on us and keep ourselves healthy mentally first. And the physical part of it will follow. It really will.
Yes.
Because if you're weak mentally, it just tears your whole body down. Your mental state, everything, physically, emotionally, and it gets worse. It gets worse. Feed good to your life. We just need to start feeding good into our lives. And when we do that, like you say, we'll love each other, we'll love our own self more, and we'll be able to love other people the way we need to be in one unity.
Mm-hmm.
That's my feel.
Yeah, we're always learning. If we don't learn something new each day, then we haven't lived. Every day something is coming along, and you need to learn from it. You're never going to stop learning. I believe that when you stop learning, you've already died.
Amen.
Because I'm learning something I know every day. And I sometimes I'm surprised And sometimes I remind it, well, you've seen it before. You thought maybe things had changed, but it's there. Well, what did you learn from your lesson? Because life is a choice, I believe. Every day we have a choice. And what we choose is what we're going to have and what we get. If you choose to go down a road that you know is not good for you, then you've chosen to be unhappy. You're chosen to have whatever is at the end of that road.
That's correct.
To everybody, I love you. We are so happy we had you here with us. And we want to say good night to everybody and to the family. Always love, always. Good night, guys.
Good night. Love you all.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Love ya.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah.
Love ya. Lot of love here. Good night, guys.